Wearing masks and observing safe distancing have become part of our new normal as the world battles COVID-19. But much of what we practice today, well, it has roots in previous health crises. The National Museum of Singapore is launching a digital exhibition exploring the little-known side of Singapore's history of public health this Friday. Now, to tell us more, we're joined by Daniel Tham. He's Senior Curator at the National Museum of Singapore. Good evening, Daniel. Good to talk to you again. All right, so Daniel, we understand that this idea for the exhibition, it was mooted early on this year, even before COVID-19, before the situation worsened. How has COVID-19 changed the way that you created this exhibition?
Thanks for having me, Dawn. Like you mentioned, with the onset of COVID at the start of the year, we started thinking about what history teaches us about the history of public health in Singapore. We started looking at our own collection, and as a national museum, we've always been very interested in how to present our material, how to present our collections in a new way. So we started looking back, digging through our collections and seeing what they could tell us, really. But like you say, as the situation worsened, I think all of us have a kind of sense of the vulnerability of our bodies, how susceptible we all are, really to this illness, and you see that reflected in the title of the exhibition as well. Everybody plays a part, with that emphasis on the body, which recurs through the exhibition. And I think the emphasis here is to really look at what we are going through today, in terms of COVID-19, and to link that to our collection, and to link that to what the past has to tell us about what we're going through.
Daniel, can you briefly take us through what the public can expect to see in this online exhibition? Oh,
definitely. Like I mentioned, it's an exhibition that's titled "Everybody Plays a Part," and it goes through several different sections, starting with the what we call the distancing of bodies, and that is a section that looks at the very early practice of quarantine in Singapore. Dating back to the 1870s, and how a quarantine station was established. Like you see here in this postcard, a picture at St. John's Island, and how from a very, very early time already, you had this practice of the fumigation of ships using sulfur, the steam disinfection of the belongings and clothes of the passengers, and the quarantining of them themselves. So you have this very, very early origin in Singapore. We move on to the inoculation of bodies, how vaccination was also introduced in the 19th century and made mandatory. You see a portrait of Middleton over here, and the NCID actually traces its history back to the Middleton Hospital. And you see lots of vaccination certificates, which we put up on this online exhibition, all from our collection. From there, we go and look at the hygiene of bodies, and how important the maintaining a sanitary and hygienic environment is to the control of public health. Singapore is very good at that, of course. And one reason for that is one particular individual, Dr. Lim Boon King, who we feature. In fact, visitors can come to our Singapore History Gallery in the museum itself to see his portrait and some of the medals that he was awarded from his time as Singapore's first Queen Scholar in Edinburgh, studying there. And that he came back after studying medicine to actually embark on a survey on the sanitary conditions in Singapore, and from there quite a bit of reform took place from the 20th century. And lastly, if I could bring us to the last section on the restoration of bodies, that's a section that looks at the role of hospitals, of medical halls, in the treatment of people, but also how people have taken their health into their own hands in various kinds of remedies that they've looked at. I would say, looking at all the different aspects of public health in Singapore through the years.
Well, Daniel, we've been at war with these, bugs and virus and bacteria for a very, very long time. What do you hope the public's going to take away from this particular exhibition?
Well, I would say, firstly, it would be great if they will gain that kind of perspective that all of us, the curators, got when we started digging through our collection. I think it puts what we're going through today in a much larger perspective, and I think as a museum we hope to bring a more positive message to everyone as well, that these various public health crises have hit us through the years. We've gone through them, we've survived, and perhaps there is hope, really, that we will see ourselves through this one as well, perhaps if everybody plays a part.
That's right, and lots of lessons to learn along the way. Thank you as always, Daniel Tham, Senior Curator at the National Museum of Singapore.